I'm gonna start watching these motherfucking Facebook news updates about this dude. Yeah, president.
About the president
Joe?
Biden.
Yeah, cause he's talking about this damn COVID shit.
Somebody better tell Joe he using like a student loan. Leave that.
Alright, welcome to another episode of Speaking English Interviews. We got somebody who I think special to a lot of people here, but definitely somebody who real special to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a man that believes in letting other people introduce themselves. So
How y'all doing? Randy Wilford, owner of Main Ingredients in St. Louis, Missouri. Here for it.
and this is also my father. This is my pops right here. If you for everybody to know them. So that's why I said it's special to me. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start off like where you from?
Well, I'm from right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Traveled a little bit, but seem to keep bouncing right back here. Not for long.
It's my home too. I live in North Carolina, but like you said, this is also my home too. It's important because we in St. Louis actually doing this interview. So it'll also be little clips and videos of us being around here and everything like that. So also big for the platform for me. Your shirt, Main Ingredient. Big for the platform for me. You know what I'm saying?
Made from creative creations, sublimination, bled into the fabrics. You can wash that and not peel it. Main Ingredient shirts, and yes, they are for sale.
Let's go. We're gonna have all links for the merchandise and for products and everything because we got a lot tied into this. So we're gonna start out with what is Main Ingredient?
The short answer, you. Main Ingredient is a company that started out because my wife has fibromyalgia, lupus, and rheumatoid arthritis. When diagnosed, she was diagnosed and given 17 medications. The side effects of the medications is what turned Main Ingredient into a company that's basically a health consulting company. We concentrate on pulling you away from the multitude of prescribed medications and help you with the natural and things like that.
That's deep. Okay. I wasn't my fault. I wasn't even ready for the answer. That's my fault. So like you said, the person he's talking about, like you said, my mom, and his wife. How much does it help? What are the results you've seen from Main Ingredient just on the health side?
So, a few of the top things we deal with, prednisone, a steroid that they give. A lot of asthma people deal with it, but they give it to her for her inflammation. We haven't used prednisone in over a year and a half.
And I needed it.
We've needed it, but I have things that we've used in place of it.
Correct. Okay.
Prednisone is I want to say it's like a week-long or longer prescription, depending on how bad it is. I got stuff that get already in days.
So, and also I know also because of different things we tap into because you also got the patches.
So the patches, yeah. A third-party distributor for a company called LifeWave. LifeWave does phototherapy. Think acupuncture without the needles. It reflects your body heat back into you and sends a signal to your brain, activating your stem cells within you that's laying in there dormant, not adding anything. So these patches don't have any drugs or any chemicals. So I don't have to worry about drug testing. I don't have to worry about what's in your medication cabinet once your doctor prescribes it. And I don't have to worry about your children. I don't have to worry about your pets. I patched a guy's pit bull that had arthritis in his hind legs, and I watched the guy cry over a pit bull jumping up in his chest. It's kind of like that prednisone thing. It had been over a year. So the only people I don't patch are pregnant women or nursing women. Pregnant for the discharge of things to the fetus, or the nursing woman because there's a detox patch and it'll expel things out your body, and if you're feeding, that'll be given off to the newborn. But other than that, we try everybody. I've run into a problem with a guy with titanium in his shoulder. It made his pain worse, so I'm working on a platform for that on my infusion side for him with pain.
And like I said, this is something I know works. Don't nobody else know I know works because I have sleep apnea. I don't know. You know me, and you know how I sleep. You know what I'm saying, how I sound. And the only thing that has ever made me not do that in my whole life is these patches, to where I can actually sleep through the night. Because I just don't sleep. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that I have full experience with, so I can verify it. Like I said, we're gonna make sure if you want to tap in, you know what I'm saying, you can definitely get in with me. Speaking English interviews, and we also gonna tag Main Ingredient. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram coming up soon, so we'll be able to show you all of the things we're talking about, and you'll be able to buy everything that we're talking about as well. So now let's tap into the person. You know what I'm saying? We talked to the product. You know what I'm saying? We did that. You know
Leave the person out of it. He's humble. He out of here. He don't want nothing. If I could get somebody to do everything I do, I wouldn't even be sitting here. But the hardest thing to do, like what the companies are going through now, that's a real thing. And I'm not knocking nobody for getting what they got going. I'm just saying, when you trying to build a company, it's hard to say what you can afford to pay somebody versus what you have to bring in for your idea. And I've tried to fair game people and at a loss to me.
Correct. That's what business is.
At a loss to me. And they still looked at it like I was handing them crumbs. And the crazy thing is, I felt that way with them.
And that's where it's deep. Okay?
So that's why Main Ingredient is not about Main Ingredient, the company. No, Main Ingredient is about the customer, the patient. It's about you, because we don't have time to focus on, if we was a big grocery store, who gonna get the carts? The manager will go get the carts. He gonna ring you up when he get right back. Just give us a minute, because the manager's also gonna clean up that broken jar in aisle 3. We here working, and we're working as hard as we can. Here in St. Louis, we're doing 300 plus people as far as pain management.
Damn.
And that's off word of mouth.
So, one of the parts about one of the parts about the interview we were just talking about was, like you said, you.
Yeah, so easier to disappear than to stand in front of a crowd, but comfortable standing in front of a crowd, because what I love to do is I like to hunt for the people who need the attention to become the main ingredient.
Absolutely.
I also like to share the information I learned. One of the things I love about my wife is when I get good and in the running my mouth about something I know, I can look over and she'll be sitting there grinning. She calls me a nerd. That makes me feel good, because in high school I pretended to be the dumb jock. So the
mask we were.
Man, the mask we were. So that right there, it really changed me. It helped me come out a lot more and be able to talk and say the words like 2015. She was diagnosed in 2021? So what was that, 2019? In spring of 2019, you were here. Your mother almost died. So
Correct.
That was a mind-blowing, life-changing situation in itself. A kidney stone almost took her out. And you talking 1 minute we in the ER, exactly 24 hours later, handcuffed to a bed with a breathing tube, 8 IVs, 1 in her neck, had to sign paperwork so just in case they hit the jugular. So all of that showed us, you know, the 17 medications they gave us, they took her off of everything. When she woke up and could talk and they pulled the tube, one of the first things she said to me was, now we're gonna see what I could do without it and still handle it. And we've been rocking like that ever since. I just made a post today on Facebook, and the first thing I had her do was put exactly what she has to take: lupus, fibromyalgia, and rheumatoid arthritis related. And she only had 3 pills in her hand. That's her daily intake. Besides supplements, that's her daily intake. 17 medications, $200, and great insurance. 17 medications. Nah, it's a better way. It's a better way for everybody. And I'm gonna tell you, the first thing you do is drink more water and change your diet. You might not even need to talk to me. Facts.
That's deep. Facts.
So
that's deep. That's for real.
Yeah. So we had a lady come to us and she refused to drink water. Refused. Mountain Dew. We could physically see her shaking because she left her Mountain Dew in the car. I gave her a scotch of water. a shot of water. And she looked at me like I poured poison in a cup. That woman right now buys Fiji water because I told her I couldn't do nothing for her if she wouldn't drink water. I don't force nobody to do nothing, but if I can see what hurts you,
I'm gonna give you.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you that before I give you what I got, because what I got costs money. The water costing her money, but it's cheaper than what I got. And the time she spent sitting in my house, I feel like we gained a friend versus charged the patient.
Pause. That's how you heard the conversation of you. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? When you having a conversation, that's like, okay, so what's your problem? You like, okay, I listen to you talk, and if the problem is like, okay, sound like in that situation you need $10. Why I'm gonna sit here and make you go through my program that's $100 if all you need is 10?
10.
Because it's about you. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with that with the product and main ingredient, like you said. With my mama going through her situation and everything we had going through, the one thing that I learned was it's how much you willing to put somebody else forward. It's something I take from you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that's watching this in North Carolina, when they hearing you talk, they gonna really hear why I talk the way I talk. You know what I'm saying? So
Cause it's never about self. And I'm gonna jump ahead in the interview and steal his moment real quick. That do something kind for people thing, we discussed that when he was talking about doing this. And that was the one thing out of everything that gave me goosebumps. And I said, son, everybody got their catchphrase. Everybody has their one thing they do, wear, or say. But that is going to take over everything. And it's the one thing I don't have an answer for. It's the one, because, and I heard Diamond say it. I heard somebody else say it, but shout out to Diamond, because see, that was one of my favorite interviews. And not just because the man shouted me out in the interview, but because the young lady had a lot of solid things to say. One of the things she was saying was, how do you count being kind? I'm just trying not to go to hell.
Say that.
I just don't want, I don't want to be old and somebody putting me in a cold shower or neglecting my call button. I don't want to be sick and somebody not stopping to check on me. I'm a big brother with big brothers, big sisters. And I'm only...
Shout out big brother, big sister.
Word. Shout out to them. But I'm only a big brother with big brothers, big sisters because they saved me as a little brother in the program.
So
I don't have felonies. And because of that, a lot of the people around me.
For sure.
And I'm not saying I'm the greatest or I'm the perfect, but I'm not gonna shut up. I'm not gonna stop talking, especially if you finna step in a mud puddle and you got on white J's. No, don't do that. No, come here. Let me show you something. So in that aspect, yeah, if you want something that I do kind, I try not to fall in the pitfall myself. And me not falling in the pitfall, maybe those ripples are bouncing away from that same pitfall. There you go.
And the question I was about to ask, like he said, when I asked him about kindness, I kind of knew how he was going to jump into the fact that we all trying to be positive. We all trying to do something we can to shed light on the next. So like I said, he shed heavy light on me more than what we could ever really probably talk about on camera. You know what I'm saying? But
remember you wanted to be a police officer and I showed you where your anger was still in you?
For sure. We had crazy story moment. Okay, crazy story moment. A lot of people that know me, like I said, especially now at this point in my life, but even growing up, like, you know, I'm kind of.
He flighty.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of hot tempered. So a lot of the man that today was because of one conversation, and like people don't understand that it's just one conversation that you might have with somebody that might change everything they do. You know what I'm saying? We were having a conversation on a balcony, okay, and it was daytime, and we were just talking about being a police officer. I don't remember what the exact conversation was, but when he started talking, I never felt it. I never felt it when I was moving. I never felt none of what he was saying, literally. He literally said, when I was talking and doing this, he literally put his hand right on my shoulder.
Right here.
He was
I
like,
said, you feel that?
he said,
You feel how tense you are? That's why you can never be a cop. That's why you can never be a cop. Because if talking in a friendly conversation about somebody you don't like tenses you up, what you gonna do in a situation where it's people you don't know and everybody in your face yelling? And then you're the problem when you show up because you wear a badge. Now let me say this. Not a fan of the police, but I'm not an enemy of the police.
Correct.
And I'll tell anybody that. But if you going for that, make sure mentally you prepare
ready
for
for
that.
it.
Because nobody can ever be mentally prepared for anything like a Trayvon Martin or a school shooting or a bombing. You have to dig through body parts and carnage and wreckage, and they call you one of the worst things in the world, first responder. So where is your mental capacity? That's another thing about main ingredient though.
Correct.
Because a lot of your health is, are you mentally stable enough to attack the problems that you're creating for yourself?
Mental. One of my biggest problems, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to bounce it up. One of my biggest problems is, and something we talk about on the platform is mental health. You know what I'm saying? How honest are you willing to be with yourself? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, respectfully, as people, you gotta understand to stop lying. And it's not a negative thing to say that. Stop hearing bad words and just getting offended. Listen to what somebody's saying to you, especially if you're hearing it over and over again. In life, it is very rare you're gonna hear something consistently and have it be wrong that many times. So think about how many times, and we're just being honest, think about how many times you heard about God since the time you was a baby. Think about whatever religion or denomination you follow, because it's very rare you don't follow a denomination at all. And the reason because of that is because you have heard it and over time kept accumulating. And it was because you was willing to hear it because you heard it over and over again in time. Open up your mind to new ideas, open up your mind to something that somebody else is telling you. Because you never know what it might open up or what doors it might open up to what you hear. So I definitely gotta agree with that, and I gotta agree with how you said we link up on a lot of things, but the one thing we link up on is we able to talk about new things consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a great balance.
Yeah. Stagnant, non-growth, that stillness. I was sitting at a red light one day and I had a flash just real quick. And this is weird. I don't usually share all this with everybody, but just like that, I imagine my body encased in cement and can't move, and I would die just for the lack of being able to move. And had to flash out of it because I was like, man, you got all your movement, stop tripping. But in my head, I thought about people who get, and this is crazy because why are you thinking about this? Well, this is wrapped around your everyday movement. If you're thinking about the fact that you can, if you flash into a thought of being stuck in a casket, not being able to move, fighting your way out, why are you thinking you in a casket? Because that's the one thing you're thinking about that you can never come back on. So for me, the turnaround on that, like you said, for the mental health of it, the turnaround on that is thinking of ways to make the best of what I'm doing now, so that when they lay me in the casket, I'm comfortable. It's a word I like to use with you, and I love to use it with you and any other youngster I run into, the legacy.
Legacy, for sure.
You showing me yours right now. You showing me what I did because you was left. You was all the way left.
I agree.
And we had conversations, even with the cop conversation. It's not too often I have to calm you down. So I see mental growth. No, I appreciate it.
For sure. And I appreciate it as well.
Right.
Because like I said, the one thing I always wanted to be in life was a man. You know what I'm saying?
Good luck, I'm still trying.
But okay, so kind of elevating back. One thing we talk about on the platform, another thing is trauma. We as black men, we don't discuss trauma. We don't discuss pain. We don't discuss the things that we've been through to make us.
Come on, let's go to the living room. She said, what? Come on, let's go to the living room. Man, I pulled that door. She saw that table and leaned in and looked. She said, ah! And started crying. Man, we got in there, I smoked. She sat there with her feet kicked up on me, playing on her phone, had the charger stretched to her. We bought the laptop out, we watched the movie on that movie.
Oh.
Sometimes you gotta make it work.
Absolutely.
And we done ate. What was we eating?
Oh man, cream of wheat and sausage.
Look.
What I tell you earlier,
Look.
we survived all that.
Absolutely.
That's why I tell people when people come out, oh my God, y'all doing this and y'all don't understand, baby. Don't judge us by what you see now. We didn't, even with me and Dale, don't judge by what you see now, because man, we had it rough.
Uh-huh.
So this ain't nothing but all the manifestations of all, I believe, of doing good, working hard, and now here we are.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah. That's why you never envy what somebody got, because you don't know what they've been through to get it.
Man, when you standing so close to see it, why not just assume that you got something coming?
Yeah.
What they say at church? If you see your neighbor getting blessed,
He in
just
the
get
neighborhood.
happy because he in the neighborhood.
neighborhood.
My favorite other saying in there is if you can't say nothing else,
Thank you.
Like that.
just wave that hand, baby. Because he see that hand waving, you know you thanking him. That's a lot of main ingredient too, right there.
But for all that's why I had to make sure I call all that, because for real, man, for real. We jump into them conversations. We jump into them conversations like it's
Yeah,
nothing, like, oh no, we was here. Everybody loves saying, oh, y'all there, you don't get it.
You don't get it.
I love hearing that.
I was telling earlier, you know, this household been through a lot, and we've seen a lot as a group, separately. We missing one of the tribe for one reason or another, and perseverance. If I had to choose a word, perseverance, because all of us have been on the brink of suicide. All of us have been on the brink of quitting,
For sure.
giving up, not
Sure.
wanting. So when you see the Facebook page and you see the I love you post, and take it just for that, because you will read that it's a bunch of information that I'm giving you. That's my love language. Share, making sure that you got it, making sure that you have the option, as my wife would say. Give me the option to say yes or no. Oh, okay, well, let me find out as much as I can. We having greens or we having cabbage? Well, what's with the cabbage?
Now you mad because I don't want to invest, but you only want to talk to me about the situation.
Say that now. Say that now. Because I got plenty to talk about with investors. I don't know if they wild or not because I don't have everything for them, but I got that information that they need to know that this business here, this ain't going nowhere. It's based a bit between business and love, but standing on a foundation of care. Our motto is, if you can put it on your body or in your body, we can infuse it. And the main ingredient is not the company. You are the main ingredient.
And so like everything, if you know, like the gummies that you had, if you got from me, that is the main ingredient. That's a part of the main ingredient. You know what I'm saying? They make everything. Sweet potato pies, cookies, brownies, like you said.
Cheesecakes, we do salsa, we do hummus, we do sex lube, we can infuse your pot of neck bones, we sell oils, butters, tinctures, we get you straight, and we can microdose or megadose. It's how you want it. It's how you want it.
Hold on one second. Let me go and plug it up real quick.
I was about to say, sure, but we can't do that.
Here we go. like I said, these are all products that we can vouch for. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and it's the fact that, like I said, for me, the biggest thing for it is the food is good. The actual product is good. I don't want that nasty, like it tastes home. It tastes like it has a main ingredient, and it's a real product. It's something that you could really say. I've watched you walk into a room confidently and be like, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, so
and walk away.
So one time you said something, you had a brownie and you was like, man, you couldn't have made this. It tastes like it was cooked with love. I flashed back on you. I was like, hey, it was cooked with love. I love not burning up my products. Are you crazy? And it was that I kind of carried with me into that realm when people started asking, like, yeah, no, everything's made. Like, I heard a lot of people say they go to the store and they buy gummies and they melt them down and harden them back up after they infuse them. No, I make my gummies.
Yeah.
I infuse my honey. I make my caramels. So you talking Karo syrup, honey, and your oils, your brown sugar and your white sugar. I'm in that thing. I'm stirring that. I got that thermometer on the side of the pot. I'm here with the melted chocolate, making you some turtles. Yeah, we even infused the pecans. What you want? What you want? Oh, that pain cream. Everything I just named, like literally everything I just named, I could stop doing just for the pain cream.
Just off that, yeah.
The pain cream and the LifeWave patches.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what it is. Because it's about the fact that you actually helping the body. It's about the fact of helping the body. What a lot of people don't realize is that a lot of the things you do, you think you are doing to help whether it be the mind or the body.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm
but a lot of the times you don't pay attention, and you go. So many people go for the FDA approved, and that's kind of crazy because they got rules that they allow things to slide through and everything. So it changes the parameters.
Absolutely.
Take control of your diet.
Mm-hmm.
Take control of your health. Mm-hmm. That's what they don't want you to do. Hide it in a book. They'll never look for it there. Well, here's the book, and I'm telling you right now. Go get it, man. Don't be scared of it. I mean that in every aspect. So like business, jump on that idea.
Absolutely.
Somebody holding me back right now, and she got all the rights to hold me back. I mean, she my wife and everything, but we got a business idea sitting on the back burner that can't go until another business adventure that I jumped in 2 years ago. Until we clear that board, we can't move forward. But soon as you get that opportunity, go. Don't. Just like with this, when you start asking questions, one of the craziest questions you asked me, how do I get people to listen to me?
For sure.
And I told you I don't get people to listen to me.
For sure.
I just don't shut up. Don't stop loving yourself. That's it. That's how you get to where you want to be.
That's what it is, yeah. That's exactly what it is.
It's not the top of a mountain. It's just the top of your mountain. Mm-hmm. The fight, the struggle, the war is all within. Let it go.
I like that. Okay. So, another thing we're going to kind of jump into, that's another, like I said, this huge question to me, is what do you feel like is the next step? Not just for Managed Community, but like I said, I know, like you said, different business ventures and things like that. You show me that it's possible. That, you know what I'm saying? You and my mother, y'all really work together. And y'all really, you know, head for head bounce off and make sure it gets done. So, what is the next move? If you had a situation where you could, like you said, the next business venture, what would that be if you wanted to discuss that?
So, it's a couple of things.
Okay.
We're working with BJ Soul Barbecue here in St. Louis. We've kind of partnered up with them. We're working on infused barbecue parties. We're looking into trying to work the patches. Again, remember, drug-free and chemical-free. We're looking to break into the medical field with that. And when I say medical field, we're talking nursing homes, we're talking clinics, urgent cares, chiropractic centers, dentist office, everywhere. And one of the things I wanted to say about the patches is while I'm sitting here telling you about the patches as far as stopping the pain or easing the hurt and all of that, think about it for preventative.
Yeah,
You work out, right?
absolutely.
So what if one day you had to go on your jog or your run, and however far you run or however hard you run, you remember every day you're this tired and you have trouble breathing. What if I told you I could put patches on your body? Because remember I said acupuncture, no needles. What if I told you I could put patches on your body and you could take that same run, maybe a little longer, and not be tired like you was?
Always said, let me get a.
But all within a few minutes. Oh, you thought I was gonna say you had to do this for days and days and days? No, the minute I put them on, they start working. Weightlifters. You go out and you do all that working out and you're getting the muscles ripped open so they can start regenerating into a bigger cell. When that workout is over, you got that drink that you do, your power down, and it calms the body down. I got a patch that does something even better. It stops the swelling, calms the body down, works on the joints. So tomorrow when you work on your opposite, so if it was leg day, now it's arm day, you don't feel that burn in your legs, but they still healthy and active and in the way that you want them to. Weird, it's
everything you kind of trying to do and everything.
Down syndrome, autism, asthma, the fibromyalgia that my wife has, and the lupus that she has. I call her my barometer. I can tell when it's going to rain days before they say it on the news.
Cause she in pain.
And I got a patching system that I use and I put on her, and it calms it down enough for her to get up and leave the house and go to work. Not just be able to sleep because she's still in that much pain. No, we get up and we move around. Main ingredient.
Main ingredient.
That's you.
You. For sure. For sure. Let's still out there. That's tough. For sure.
Yeah.
So before we close out the interview, we want to first give you a chance, give any shout outs to any, like I said, I know you got partnerships, any companies, any people you want to go ahead and shout out.
Shout out to Steve Conley with No More Pain Herbal Blend. Partnered up with him, more to come on that. We're going to have a CBD and Delta 8 pills to help with your sleep and your weight and your energy. Shout out to BJ Soul Barbecue for letting me be able to infuse some of his creations. The man is a killer pit master here in St. Louis. Big shout out to Melanie Marie with the Cannabis Resource Center in Dalewood on West Florissant.